Yes. Okay. So Harry gave me a good tip, and maybe it'll help you guys too. So I'm stressed out about sleep, like every newbie, and maybe like every veteran is stressed about sleep too. I don't know. Harry says he never sleeps at aid stations. It's just too much adrenaline. The crew's there is too much going on. He's just like straight dirt nap guy. I don't know if I'll do that, but I thought it was an interesting piece of advice.
Welcome to Flagstaff Bound, a special Cocodona 250 series brought to you by Distance to Empty and Aravaipa Running. I'm Kevin Goldberg, host of the Distance to Empty podcast, where we dive deep into the 200-plus mile race world like Cocodona. As always, I'm joined by everyone's favorite co-host, Peter Noyes. Today, we're excited to chat with a Cocodona hopeful named Kyla Maher. Kyla is the athlete manager over at Janji, which is now affiliated with Cocodona. Pretty cool, the timing on that. Fun fact about Kyla, when I was researching for this episode, I stumbled upon an interview from back in 2019. I don't know if you remember this, Kyla, where you were asked what your goals were for the next 5 years. One of those goals was to become a badass ultramarathoner. Fast forward to 2025, and you're about to take on your first 200-plus mile race here at Cocodona 250. I'd say that's a mission accomplished. Kyla, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. I'm a little scared about whatever you listened to or whatever you saw on the internet, but we'll roll with it.
I mean, the internet's a weird place. It was like I don't even remember the name of it, but it was an interview with some sort of like California boutique clothing store or something. And it was like, yeah, I mean, I didn't, it's making it sound like I did more research than I did, but I stumbled upon that and I was like, hey, perfect.
Yeah, I probably did say that.
Yeah. Well, congratulations on accomplishing that goal.
Thank you.
So before we dive into Cocodona, Kyla, can you give us a quick sort of intro as to who you are, what you do at Janji, and how you found your way into this crazy world?
Yeah. Well, at Janji, I'm Janji's athlete manager and our content producer. Both roles kind of intersect, as you'll see as we roll out some content for Cocodona. You see all our athletes coming out. They're AKA models. But I'm also just another person that's obsessed with trail running. And I'm here on the road in Tucson, coming to you from my sweet travel trailer, and I'm traveling with my two little annoying dogs.
Very cool. So with this being your first 200 mile distance race, what made it now, be the time to take this challenge
on? Good question. I guess from 2019, I was actually on the road then, I think, during that podcast, interestingly enough. And I used to be in the yoga world. This is a longer story. We have a short time. But while I was on the road, I lived 1 month in 12 different cities. So I would go into these places, not know anyone, there only for a month. And I did that for a whole year, solo traveling. And I was going to run clubs to meet people. And I just happened to keep meeting ultra runners I feel like trail runners and ultra runners are like more community based. No offense to the roadies. But they were the ones that were organizing these groups. And month 3, I was in Portland, Oregon, and I went to a random run club. Turns out it was Yassine Daboun's run club. I don't know if you guys know him, but he was training for Western States that year. And that was like the seed was planted. And I was like, oh my gosh, you ran 100 miles. Like you're running 50 miles just this weekend. No way. So I was dabbling in running, but like definitely not. That was the first time I had heard of ultra running. And so then I became obsessed with it. And over the past 5 years, I'm a person that's living always at volume 11. So I'm like, oh, I want to do that thing. Oh, no, I'm going to make it my whole life and my identity and now my career. And so, I'm a dopamine deprived person. And so 250 miles is like the next thing. I've never run one. So
I love it. I feel we're kindred spirits. I'm the same. I work in the industry. I'm always chasing the next big thing. I mean, we started a podcast dedicated to the distance, so you don't have to convince us that this is a good decision.
Yeah. I've run a handful of hundreds, never 250 miles. And honestly, yeah, it's funny. I'm looking for the next big thing. And then there was this other thing that happened, if I'm being real. One of my friends in Bozeman. So that's where I'm based now in Bozeman, Montana. We have a great community there. And I was talking about maybe doing a 200, and she said that she was joking. She said something like, "Well, you're not gonna like run that well. It's your first 200." And then I was like, "What? I am signing up right now."
Challenge accepted.
You know, challenge accepted. She's probably right, but it's okay. That got me to sign up. So,
hey,
yeah.
You never know. We've seen some pretty amazing breakout performances in the distance. So, so with the 100th you've run, I mean, stepping up to Cocodona 250, it's just like the amount of like logistical hurdles and other variables are off the charts. What's been your biggest mindset shift when preparing for this thing?
I'm not sure if I'm there yet, Kevin. I'm not sure if, I've like really wrapped my head around what I think this is the month. You know, what's the date? What day is it? What day of the week is it?
March 12th.
So, you know, are you running Cocodona, Kevin? You are, right?
I am, yes.
Peter, you're not. You're doing the monster.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I feel like we're just getting into the thick of training now, so maybe the mindset shift will come, but I'm really going into it similar. Like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Can you swear on this podcast? I don't know. My mind has no clue. You tell me what my mindset should be.
Well, you're you know, when you book this like the time with us, it gives you a little section to like, you know, submit something that we should know or something. And I think you said like, please help. So
I'm so scared.
So yeah, so what can we do to help? You've got us for another 10 minutes. What can we do to help?
I know. All right, give me, you know, I've gotten actually, so I am soaking up, you know, I am very lucky to work with athletes that know this distance very well. So I have this like adorable group chat going with Harry Subertis, Jeff Garmeyer, Callie Vinson, and Mika Thews. And I'm like, hey, it's your newbie athlete manager needing advice. And I did this fun little like rapid fire. I was like, all right, what did I ask them? Bottles or bladder? How many liters is your pack? Do you use the same pack the whole time? And toe socks or no? And so they all rapid fired their answers. So we got a fun little group chat like that. Maybe you can give me your answers to those rapid fires right now.
Sure, Peter, go for it.
Bottles or bladders? I use both. There's long stretches, so sometimes maybe not the bladder, but I have both. I do use toe socks. I'm not sure the capacity of my pack. It's either 12 liters or 15. I'm not sure.
Same pack the whole time?
Same pack the whole time.
Okay. Toe socks is unanimous.
Yeah, I'm toe socks too. Team toe socks.
Oh my God. I think this is a 200 thing. I've never used toe socks.
Yeah, I think I'm the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go, Kevin.
Same answers as Peter. I'll use the 12 liter pack. Yeah, same pack the whole time. I'm debating using a belt for the section from Whiskey Row to Fain Ranch, just because I think it might be a real mental boost to like get rid of the pack for a little while.
I think I'm going to go back and forth.
So it's not. I think it's a good idea to go back and forth. But yeah, definitely toe socks, bottles and bladders for some. You know, some sections bottles only are okay, but the way I handle it is
you don't know how much you're drinking. It's a problem.
I don't touch the bladder myself, so I'll get a new bladder when I see crew, and then I'll only refill the bottles on my own.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
So, speaking of these terrible influences that you work with, have there been any other standout pieces of wisdom that they've bestowed upon you?
Yes. Okay. So Harry gave me like a good tip, and maybe it'll help you guys too, because I listened to his podcast that you got when you guys chatted with him. So I'm stressed out about sleep, like every newbie, and maybe like every veteran is stressed about sleep too. I don't know. Sleep is scary. So Harry says he never sleeps at aid stations. It's just too much adrenaline. The crew's there, it's too much going on. And so he's like just like straight dirt nap guy. I don't know if I'll do that, but I thought it was an interesting piece of advice.
Yeah, I think that's good advice. For myself, I'll either dirt nap or I'll sleep in a car where it's quiet and it's dark and I have blankets and whatnot. But I tend to agree, like being in a hall with a bunch of other people in cots, I cannot sleep in that environment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't even weigh in. I have waking nightmares about sleeping. I can't. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a very good sleeper, so I could really suck at 200s. We'll see.
So another big piece to this puzzle is, either having a crew or managing to go solo. So what's your plan for this race?
Okay, so no way I'm doing the solo. You guys are freaks, whoever's doing that. And no, I think I'm stoked on the people that'll be around me. I have two girlfriends from Bozeman that just know me personally very well, and we've run so many miles together. And then I've got just some legends around. Ricky Gates is doing the first 30 miles with me, experienced guy, and I'll feel cool being next to him. And then Ryan Montgomery is going to do the last marathon or so if I make it that far. If I don't, then he can just party at the finish line. He'll be fine.
You'll make it that far. I mean, you won't do well because it's your first 200, but you'll make it.
Right, exactly.
No, that's awesome. I think having an all-star crew can really help, especially when you just get to a point where like you shouldn't be making your own decisions anymore. So having trusted people to do that for you is critical.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get on to some course specific questions. Being that you're traveling out in Arizona right now, you're probably familiar with the course at least a little bit. I know it's your first time running this race, but is there any section in particular that you're looking most forward to?
Well, I heard the finish line is very nice. So that's what I'm going to say.
One of my favorite things about Cocodona is like when you finish just like going and hanging out in Heritage Square and just like being part of that like downtown vibe. It is really like a fun area to be in.
And you're going to find more out about this, but we're planning on doing like a really cool Janji like lounge at the finish line, like some more comfy places for people to chill and pizza and whatever. So yeah, looking forward to that.
Nice. What about the flip side of that? Are you familiar with the course enough to know what might be the least favorite section to look forward to?
Probably the section in which I'm just like questioning my life choices the most, which I'm going to guess that's going to be the start line. So, but yeah, I heard this. I heard that first 50K is pretty tough. So, I don't know. You tell me.
Are you going to be able to get out on that first 50K at all?
I'm going to do the Aravaipa training run
Nice.
here in a couple of weeks. So yeah.
So you'll get a good sense of it. I mean, I think it is really hard. It's definitely the hardest stretch of the race, but I do think it's a little overhyped and like, when people say the numbers, they don't mention that it's point to point. So like you're not necessarily getting equal downhill, so it's less concentrated than you might think. Like, I don't think it's as big and scary as people say it is, but it is big and scary.
Yeah. I'd rather go in and be like, oh, that wasn't that bad.
Yeah. I'd be more worried about the Mingus descent and the Jerome descent.
Okay. All right. Noted.
At least me.
I'm going to be in a blackout the entire time.
You can't worry about things if you're totally blacked out. Yeah. All right. Kyla, what shoes are you going to start the race in?
I'm like such a basic bitch. Like Hoka Speed Goats.
Nothing wrong with that. Tried and true.
Tried and true. What about you guys?
Sorry. For me, I use Topo.
Topo. Okay. Shout out Topo.
Yeah. I'll probably do Topo Ultra Venture again. That's what I did last year. I've done Ultra Olympus as well. I'm kind of I use a lot of gear, like shoes. I'm like, ooh, what's new and shiny? So, but I'm leaning towards going Topo Ultra Venture again.
Cool.
So, what is one outcome of this race not tied to the result or placement that would make you proud?
Like remembering my own name at the finish line, maybe. Being kind to everybody, and just like, staying in gratitude, remembering to be grateful that we get to do this.
Yeah. It can be really hard to do that. I think I've gotten better at that every year, but still a work in progress.
Main goal, don't be a dick.
Just minimize the time you're being a dick. Yeah. All right, Kyla, we asked ChatGPT how many steps it takes to get from Black Canyon City to Flagstaff along the Cocodona 250 course. Care to venture any guesses as to what that number is?
It took me, I mean, you did send me the questions beforehand, so,
We're
it's
hoping you
really
didn't
hard.
Google it.
I didn't. I
Okay.
didn't. I'm like, they should have left that question off. I'm going to go with 1,000,000 steps. Final
That
answer.
that was so yeah. This is the second recording we've done, and that was the guess of the last guest as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
All right. So it's not a dumb guess.
Not a dumb guess. Like it's a wrong guess, but it's not a dumb guess.
Are you going to tell me, or is it
You just have to.
winner gets a Janji gift card?
Can we? Yeah, we can do that if you're down. No, you'll find out when you just tell you the answer is going to be on your watch when you get to Flagstaff.
Okay. Fair.
No, it's not because you're gonna it resets every day. Somewhere between 350,000 and 500,000 steps.
Okay.
So
it was pretty dumb. 1,000,000's pretty dumb.
Yeah, I mean, well, if you do the yo-yo, if you run it back, it's like 1,000,000 steps.
Yes. Yeah. I might do that.
Yeah, you might as well. But we kind of like the phrase like 500,000 steps to Flagstaff. That's what you can say to yourself when you're kicking off at the start line. You just 500,000 steps to go.
Thanks. That's like really calming my nerves.
It sounds better than 250 miles. Miles are long. Steps are short. You could do like just tons of steps, and you're going to be there in no time.
Wow. Yeah.
Kyla, where can people follow along on your dumb journey to Flagstaff?
Oh gosh, all the places. Instagram, I'm on there all the time. Kyla Rosemare. Janji, we're gonna be posting a lot of stuff on there. And yeah, I'm on Strava too. You can see like how little volume and how slow I am there. So
hey, slow training is good. Slow training is helpful. What's the Janji kit for race day?
Ooh, that's top secret.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll have to catch you out there and see for ourselves.
Which is code for I don't know yet.
You still have tons of testing to do. You're doing the training day. You gotta.
I gotta test some stuff out. We have a lot of new stuff coming out that I haven't even seen yet. So yeah. Well, all the athletes are gonna be looking fresh. I promise you that.
Love it. All right. Remember that Cocodona 250 kicks off on Monday, May 6th at 5 a.m. Pacific. You can catch all that action live on the Mountain Outpost YouTube channel. The incredible team over at Aravaipa Running are going to be bringing you nonstop race coverage around the clock. And also don't forget to follow Cocodona 250 on social media. There'll be more content there, behind-the-scene updates throughout the race. As we talked about throughout this episode, Janji's a sponsor. Check out Janji. Janji also sponsors this podcast, in case that wasn't clear. And what else can we tell you guys to do? Check out us, Distance to Empty Podcast. If you're watching this on the Aravaipa Running YouTube channel, we'd love for you to come give us a listen. Leave us a review. Tell us what you think. Kyla, thank you so much for joining us. We can't wait to see you out there at Cocodona.